Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. Welcome to End Time Words to Yashar'al. End Time Words to Yashar'al. If you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Symmanayah. Today is June 26, 2013, and this is my message to Yashar'al, an awakening nation of believers. And like I said, if you're tuning in for the first time, Yashar'al that I am referring to and speaking to are those who seek to worship and obey the Most High Yahuah, those who accept Yahusha as Mashiach, as our Messiah. This message is to you. This message is to us. This message is to family. End Time Words. In this segment for June 26, 2013, when communications become difficult, what will you do? Again, let me say this again. When communications become difficult, what will you do? Many of us have become so used to cell phones and landlines, internet access, Facebook, YouTube, Pal Talk, Yahoo Messenger, Black Planet, AOL, all types of means and methods for communicating with one another. We have become so accustomed, so used to these things. But how many of us realize that in the very basics of communication, there is the voice of the Spirit of Yahusha. There is a seed to all communications. It either originates from the Most High or from the enemy. Again, I open this up by saying, when communications become difficult, what will you do? Are prophets and messengers of the Almighty Yahuah among us today? Will the mouths of donkeys be open? Will the stones cry out? We are in a growing technological age, and communications occur in so many ways. Who can discern the words in our messages that are before us? Who will be able to follow living instructions and guidance from the Spirit of Yahusha? How much will be said, and how precise will communications be by those speaking and or those listening? A time will come, my brothers and sisters, a time will come when we will witness righteous communications followed by proof and confirmation by the Most High like never before. It would be wise to prepare our minds and body. It would be wise to come to know the full meaning of discernment, as well as experience a true relationship with the Spirit of Yahusha. Pray and watch. Communications will become more challenging, and those who have a heart to worship and obey will demonstrate the ability to navigate through the distractions and confusion to come. How important is communications? Time will prove, my brothers and sisters. Time will show us how important. Time will bring to our attention how much we've taken communication for granted. How much we have not sought to improve our listening, our sight, so that we're able to identify and discern righteous communications. The Most High Father, Yahuah, will establish all that He has set out to do. Pray and watch. With that said, let's explore some scriptures on this matter of communication, specifically the Father and our relationship with Him. It reads in Genesis 8:15, and Elohim spoke to Noah, saying, and I just stopped there. Elohim spoke to Noah. Genesis 17:3, and Abraham fell on his face, and Elohim spoke with him, saying. Genesis 31:11, and the messenger of Elohim spoke to me in a dream, saying, Jacob, and I said, here I am. That was Genesis 31:11. Genesis 46:2, and Elohim spoke to Yashar'al in the visions of the night, and said, Jacob, Jacob, and he said, here I am. You see, my brothers and sisters, we see where Elohim spoke directly. Exodus 6:2, and Elohim spoke to Moshe and said to him, I am Yahuah. Joshua 4:15, and Yahuah spoke to Yehoshua, saying, again directly, Almighty Father speaking to one of his servants. Judges 2:4, and it came to be when the messenger of Yahuah spoke these words to all the children of Yashar'al that the people lifted up their voice and wept. You see here, we see a messenger speaking the words that were given him from Yahuah. So Yahuah used the messenger. In some translations you may see the heathen term angel. But this is a messenger of Yahuah. So come away from the pagan infection. 1 Kings 2:4 states, so that Yahuah does establish his word, which he spoke concerning me, saying, if your sons guard their way to walk before me in truth with all their heart and with all their being, saying, this is not to cease a man of yours on the throne of Yashar'al. 1 Kings 17:16. The bin of flour was not used up, nor did the jar of oil run dry, according to the word of Yahuah, which he spoke to Eliyahu. Some may know him as Elijah. The word that Yahuah spoke to Elijah. So we see where the Most High again speaking to his servants, or a servant. 1 Kings 20:28, and there came near a man of Elohim and spoke to the sovereign of Yashar'al and said, thus saith Yahuah, because of Arameans have said, Yahuah is Elohim of the hills, but he is not Elohim of the valley. You see here, a man of Elohim spoke, delivering a message. So this is a clear demonstration of the Most High using a man to speak his word. 2 Kings 21:10, and Yahuah spoke by his servants the prophets, saying, Yahuah spoke by his servants the prophets. Are prophets among us today? Does the Most High see fit to use individuals and speak through individuals? Have we misinterpreted the understanding of a true prophet of the Most High? Isaiah 7:10 says, and Yahuah spoke again to Ahaz, saying, again, direct communications. Jeremiah 17, and now because you have done all these works, declares Yahuah, and I spoke to you, rising up early and speaking, but you did not hear, and I called you, but you did not answer. The Most High communicates with us. More scriptures. Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 2. The Spirit entered into me when he spoke to me, set me on my feet, and I heard him who was speaking to me. This is Ezekiel speaking. Haggai 1:13. And Haggai, the messenger of Yahuah, spoke the message of Yahuah to the people, saying, I am with you, declares Yahuah. You see, prophets are real. They exist. Do you believe all the scriptures? Do you believe what you read? How real, how committed are you into understanding the truth of his word? Zechariah 1:14, and the messenger who spoke with me, saying to me, proclaim, saying, thus said Yahuah of hosts, I have been jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with great jealousy. Acts 8:26. And the messenger of Yahuah spoke to Philip, saying, arise and go towards the south along the way which goes down from Jerusalem to Azaz. This is desert. A messenger of Yahuah, delivering a message, delivering words, direction, instruction. 2 Peter 1:21 says, for prophecy never came by the desire of man, but men of Elohim spoke, being moved by the set apart Spirit. You see here, my brothers and sisters, you see here, if you look at this, you will see that prophecy never came by the desire of men. It's not about self-proclaimed prophets. It states in here that the prophecy comes from Elohim. Now let me read the scripture again. 2 Peter 1:21. For prophecy never came by the desire of men, but men of Elohim spoke, being moved by the set apart Spirit. What is the set apart Spirit? This is the Spirit of Yahusha. If you look back in John, you will see when the Messiah, the Mashiach, stated that the Father will send the Spirit of truth in his name. There is a reason. There is important. It is important to understand that the Spirit of Yahusha, that the name, because this contributes to the rising up of Yahusha, lifting him up, and as he stated, he will draw all men. Revelation 10:8. And the voice which I heard out of the heavens spoke to me again and said, go take the little book which is open in the hand of the messenger standing on the sea and on the earth. You see, my brothers and sisters, when communications become difficult, it is important for us to know what we must do. It is important for us to realize how valuable righteous communication is now. Let us come to be able to discern the difference. Let us come to know the importance of communications. What happens when systems break down? What happens if the government takes full control of the internet and prohibits our ability to communicate with one another? Are we prepared to witness the basics? Are we prepared to witness something phenomenal? Are we prepared to see an emergence of the power of the Most High to get all his instructions and guidance across to us, one to another, for the perfecting of the body of believers? Remember these verses, my brothers and my sisters. Numbers 22:28. Numbers 22:28. Then Yahuah opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said to Balaam, what have I done to you that you have beaten me these 3 times? Here is an example where the Most High saw fit to open the mouth of a donkey. Luke 19:40. But he answering said to him, I say to you that if these shall be silent, the stones will cry out. Here we see, if necessary, the Most High would cause the stones to cry out. And I ask the question, as I have in the previous recording and many times before, are we not more valuable than a donkey? Are we not more important than stones? Are we not instruments of the Most High? And out of obedience, can we not be used by him to present to one another righteous communications that is necessary for the perfecting of the body of believers? Have we underestimated our responsibilities? Have we ignored what we will be held accountable? Have we taken for granted how real this walk, this journey is? Consider 1 Corinthians 3:16. Do you not know that you are a dwelling place of Elohim, and that the Spirit of Elohim dwells in you? Yes, my brothers and sisters, we are bought with a price. Those of us who are believers and who are of one family in Yashar'al, made one by Yahusha, our Mashiach, our Messiah, we are family. And the Spirit of Elohim dwells within us. And we are made one with Yahusha, Yahuah, family. If you doubt this, I invite you to go and revisit John 17th chapter. Read the entire 17th chapter. Study the scriptures, for you will find in them witness to the words that I speak in this segment, and that I seek to speak each time I deliver a message. But of course you, my brothers and sisters, you be the judge. You examine, pray for a discerning heart, a discerning mind, and execute right rulings on what you hear. Who is able to bring communications that are needed? How will we receive living instructions and guidance in the event of government restricted or controlled communications? In the event of massive distractions, chaos, and confusion and distractions, how will we receive living instructions and guidance? How far will messages reach? And who will carry the word from above? Are we confident in what we believe? Do we believe that the Most High Yahuah will reach out to us and confirm His instructions, prove His word, prove His guidance? Who has witnessed demonstrations of righteous communications? Do you think it is important to be precise in our sharing of the word as well as our teachings? Who has asked the purpose of reproof, the expected outcomes of chastening? Who has asked why is judgment necessary? What will be the degree of wrath? What are the expectations? What are we doing to prepare ourselves to respond in an obedient manner? Who has given consideration to all that is written? Who has given consideration to rightfully be able to discern and divide the whole scriptures? Yes, my brothers and sisters, communication is important. We never know when the methods in which we use to reach out to one another will cease to exist. We never know if the time will come when we will be shut down via the internet in the ways in which we communicate to one another. We never know exactly when that paradigm shift will hit, and we may not even know or have given consideration to what would life be like once that occurs. But know this, my brothers, it is the plan of the Most High Yahuah. We are instructed and told and informed that it is the Spirit of Yahusha that will teach all and bring all things to remembrance. Regardless of whether technology is up and running or not, it is His plan, and the Father will take care of us. He will continue to use us one towards another, and whichever methods and whichever means He see fit. What's your position, my brothers and sisters? Pray and watch. In the coming months, communications will become challenging. Might be years if Yahushua, our Messiah, should decide to tarry. But know this, His prophecies will be fulfilled. We are in the last days. These are end times, if you can receive this. Humbling events are coming, and they will shake nations. They will cause major paradigm shifts, massive changes in the way we govern ourselves in or are governed by others. Pray and watch, my brothers and sisters. Seek a discerning mind and heart to know the guidance and living instruction from the Spirit of Yahusha. For business as usual will cease. Our day-to-day routines will be faced with some major challenges and decisions. Are you ready? Are we up for the task? Are we up for the challenge? Have we established fellowship with the right individuals? Have we identified our calling in or chosen positions? Do our actions match our words? Do our words match our action? Is there balance in what we demonstrate amongst those who watch us? Where, oh where, do we fit in this body that is filled with so many members, that is made one by Yahusha. Let us seek to identify his guidance, his living instruction, his living guidance, his living word. Let us be able to discern from one another and build one another up for the purposes of lifting up Yahusha, our Mashiach. Let us do so by the influence and guidance of the set-apart Spirit. Again, I ask you, what's your position? How will you know when or what to do as well as what to say? Are you preparing? Are you seeking to sharpen your ears? Are you seeking that your eyes become more open? Be encouraged, my brothers. Be encouraged, my sisters. Like I said on many occasions, it is the plan of Almighty Yahuah, and the Spirit of Yahusha will guide and bring all things to remembrance that is necessary for perfecting his body, a body of believers, an awakening nation, Yashar'al, both Hebrew and Goyim, or Gentiles as they commonly are known, which simply means other nations, made one by Yahusha. So we who seek to worship and obey the Most High, let us be encouraged. Let us know that all promises will be fulfilled. All scripture will be fulfilled. Until next time, my brothers and sisters. Until next time, I pray that you're able to be encouraged, continually encouraged. I pray that you're able to endure. I pray that we're able to endure. Again, the Most High Father is not slack concerning his promises. His plan will be executed, implemented, and we will see a demonstration of an awakening nation of believers. Pray and watch. Study. Pray some more and discern with understanding. The times at hand will prove to be directed by the Most High. Until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.